Good afternoon, and thank you so very kindly that you join us for King's Local Daily, King's 88.5, your radio vendor. We bring you the information, we fetch, we analyze, we digest, and then we place it before you. You make the decision because you are the ultimate judge. So get fully informed, fully engaged. Don't allow yourself to be tossed to and fro, used, abused, exploited by the informed ones. Today is Wednesday, the 5th of November, 2025. I'm Sam Andrews. These are the papers with King's Local Daily. They are Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. In Profile Daily, Liberia's most investigative newspaper, The Independent, The Women Voices, The New Republic, The Authoritative Heritage, The News, the nation's news since 1989, Hot Pepper, The Inquirer, and Liberia's most analytical newspaper, The Analyst. We begin with the Oracle News Daily, reporting the truth to you. Lead story. Gold fuels 1.30 billion export gain as iron ore slumps by more than 20%. The lead story of the Oracle newspaper. Gold fuels 1.38 billion export gain as iron ore slumps by more than 20%. Together, gold, iron ore, and rubber accounted for roughly 94.0% of Liberia's export earnings in 2024, according to World Bank. The back page of the Oracle News Daily. Fear grips West Africa as Al Qaeda linked jihadists close in on Bamako. That's the back lead story of the Oracle News Daily. Fear grips West Africa as Al Qaeda linked jihadists close in on Bamako. The footnote story back page. Justice Ministry receives forest buy-boats to prosecute crimes. The Oracle News Daily is out for $40 Liberian dollars. Only 40. No more, no less. Get a copy if you haven't yet, please. Next is the In Profile Daily newspaper. Lead story. Tape Quashits CDC 2029 thirst for power. Tape Quashits CDC 2029 thirst for power. I swore that the SY ruling CDC would never return to power as long as I remain at the helm of UP. The paper is quoting Unity Party Chairman Pastor Luther Tape as saying that as long as Unity Party exists, CDC will never come back to power. As long as he reigns as the chairman of the party, CDC will never come back to power. The Unity Party will stay in power in this country for as long as they can. And that's the lead story of the In Profile Daily newspaper. Tape Quashits CDC 2029 thirst for power. The party chairman, Pastor Luther Tape, is on the front page alongside the standard bearer of the Congress for Democratic Change, global icon, and former President George Weah. Other stories, the front page, US 364 million BOT concession submitted, MOH to vaccinate 5,000 girls, Buakai's agriculture bill rejected. The back page of the In Profile Daily newspaper. NPOX Operation campaign launched. Liberia to showcase climate leadership at COP30. African Park delegation visits Sapo National Park. FDA commences 2025 National Forest Forum. You want to get a copy of the In Profile Daily newspaper so that you have an understanding in depth of the lead story. Tape Quashits CDC 2029 thirst for power says as long as he is the chairman of Unity Party, CDC would never ever come back to power in Liberia. They will stay in power for as long as they can. The paper is out for only 40, no more, 40 Liberian dollars with the lead story. Tape Quashits CDC 2029 thirst for power. As long as he is the chairman of Unity Party, CDC would never come back to power. Well, sorry to say, but only a madman, only somebody who is suffering mental serious dementia will say that. Staying long in power for as ever as you want to stay is to plunge the country into another round of war. Who will ever sit and allow one party to be in power for the longest? The same thing that brought the 1990 war when everybody got fed up with Samuel Doe and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Charles Taylor, the late Senator Prince Johnson, and other formed their group and came in with war to get him out. Unity Party chairman, who is a pastor, Luther Tape, wants to see the same in Liberia. Unity Party can never ever stay in power for as long as they want. It's just like the people saying Liberia Motor. He should even be thinking whether he will live up to that time to see what he wants of Unity Party. The first thing you do before you go to 200 years, you should think whether you even live up to 50 years of the 200 or 25 years of the 200. You want to stay in power. Ten minutes after 12 o'clock, you're watching and listening to King's Local Daily. King's 88.5, your radio vendor, the independent newspaper, Liberian most investigative, is next up. Lead story, The Independent. For 2029 elections, Fonanti Kofa, eyeing presidency, declares retirement from legislative politics. The former Speaker of the House of Representatives, the man whom Joseph Yimambwaga said he was never ever going to work with, did everything he could, and he succeeded in flushing him out of the speakership and installed his speaker, Richard Coon. He's on the front page for Fonanti Kofa. The footnote story front page, Boakai orders urgent review of Liberia's forest data, calls for truth and transparency. The back page of The Independent newspaper, commitment to fair treatment. Senator Amara Conan describes U.S. visa reciprocity. Commitment to fair treatment. Senator Amara Conan describes U.S. visa reciprocity. He's on the back page. Diplomatic think tank hails Minister Yanti, cites milestone developed diplomatic achievement. Impeachment for Chief Justice Yamigbeze. Yeke Koluba cites misconduct. He has proffered a bill to have the Chief Justice Yamigbeze impeached. GOL expands vacation jobs program. The Independent, Liberia's most investigative newspaper, is out today for 50. Yes, 50. Only 50 Liberian dollars. Get a copy, please, if you haven't yet, so that you have a full understanding of the lead story. Minutes after 12 midday, the Women Voices newspaper is next. Lead story, Sudan's silent hell. Women and children bear the brunt of escalating violence. That's the lead story of the Women Voices newspaper. Sudan's silent hell. Women and children bear the brunt of escalating violence. Terrible, pitiful, pathetic scenes from that country. On the front page of the Women Voices newspaper, sublead, House drafts resolution to discipline noise makers. House drafts resolution to discipline noise lawmakers. The back page. Court upholds firing of NPA controller, overturns wrongful dismissal ruling. That's the back lead of the Women Voices newspaper. Other stories. HOR approves US 41 million Southeastern Road Agreement. MOA calls for partnership to turn agriculture gains into jobs. Girl Power Africa supports over 585 children in school. The Women Voices newspaper, like the other papers, 40, only 40 Liberian dollars. No more, no less. "16 minutes after 12 midday, you are watching and listening to King's Local Daily on King's 88.5. Just so you know, we are transmitting from Central Monrovia, situated between Randall and Front Streets, adjacent the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation, on this 5th day of November 2025. The New Republic newspaper is next. Lead story, Bouaka wages all over war, from drugs to fraudulent contracts. Bouaka wages all over war, from drugs to fraudulent contracts. LTA boss and the president on the front page. The sub-lead story: Yeke warns Chief Justice Head submits impeachment bill against him. Yeke warns Chief Justice Head submits impeachment bill against him. His representative, Yeke Kolba. The back page. AML launches 10th Advanced Scholarship Program. AML is ArcelorMittal for short. America fears him. Liberia embraces him. Ex-military officer says of designated terrorist Garcia. America fears him. Liberia embraces him. Ex-military officer says of designated terrorist Garcia. Yes, he's Captain Jerry Colley. Says Garcia is a terrorist, a serial killer. America is afraid of him. Liberia opens up to him. The New Republic newspaper is out for $50 Liberian. You want to get a copy, please do. The authoritative Heritage newspaper. Lead story: Angry honeybees hot suspected truck search at Bow Waterside. Angry honeybees hot suspected truck search at Bow Waterside. The lead story of the authoritative Heritage. The sub lead story: Senator Yan Twine blast ArcelorMittal over US $1.4 billion in dividends. This is how the back page looks of the authoritative Heritage newspaper. HORI endorses US $41 million for Southeastern Road Corridors. Road Corridor. President Bouaka is on the back page with the House of Representatives taking unanimous vote. LNP intimidate journalists as tenancy others' lives at risk. LNP intimidate journalists as tenancy others' lives at risk. LNP is the Liberia National Police. Yes, the police director did issue a threat. That's why you need not waste any time. Get charged for real talk. He's up. That will give you a semblance of what the police will be going into 2029. You hear Gregory Coleman revealing. Senate probes US $363.9 million road deal. Senator Amara Conan raises red flag. 35 new Tata buses arrive to revive transport sector. 35 new Tata buses arrive to revive transport sector. The authoritative Heritage newspaper, like other newspapers, is up for only 40. No more, no less, 40 Liberian dollars. Please get a copy if you haven't yet from any one of the vendors. The news, the nation's news since 1989. Lead story: Bouaka request extension for budget submission. Bouaka request extension for budget submission. The lead story of the newspaper. Sub-lead: CMC suffers setback. CMC is the Citizens Movement for Change. Drug suspect sent to court. The back page of the newspaper. Government explains U.S. visa extension for Liberia. NTA buses in town. Government launches agricultural fair. LIS officers depart for drone training. The news. The nation's news since 1989 is out for only 40. No more, no less. 40 Liberian dollars. "22 minutes after 12 midday with just 3 to go, and then we zoom out." The Hot Pepper newspaper. Lead story. President Walker orders urgent review of Liberia's forest data, calls for truth and transparency in sector reform. He's on the front page alongside Dr. Augustine Conan and FDA board's Rudolph Merab. Christian group pressures government to dismantle demonic monuments. Christian group pressures government to dismantle demonic monuments. The back page of the Hot Pepper newspaper. America fears him. Liberia hosts him. Ex-military officer says of designated terrorist Garcia. America fears him. Liberia hosts him. Ex-military officer says of designated terrorist Garcia. LIS officers depart from drone training in South Africa. The Hot Pepper newspaper is out for only 40 Liberian dollars. No more, no less. The Doyen Inquirer newspaper. Lead story of the Doyen Inquirer newspaper. Consultations stall 2026 draft budget submission, but Buakai. That's how it is structured. Consultations stall 2026 draft budget submission, but Buakai. Other stories, the front page. Justice, UNDP conclude Justice Actors Dialogue in Bong. Buakai champions diaspora engagement during historic visit. The back page. NIMA superintendent obstructs court's order, grabs land in Sokopa. The paper is asking, NIMA superintendent obstructs court's order, grabs land in Sokopa. The superintendent called Mapegono. House ratifies 41 million financing for Southeastern Road project. The Inquirer newspaper is out for only 40. No more, no less. The last but not the least, and then we out with 25 minutes after 12 midday. Liberia's most analytical newspaper, The Analyst. 2 feats in 1. Joker grabs PhD journey with inspiring convocation speech. That's the head of the Civil Service Agency. His second doctorate degree. That's what the people are saying. 2 feats in 1. Joker grabs or caps PhD journey with inspiring convocation speech. CMC gains momentum. Icon progressive Sam P. Jackson joins faces with Musability. Mikia reports on GOL progress. The back page. Sowing seeds of progress with agriculture. Liberia's Agriculture Ministry launches National Fair in Nimba. Morocco's diplomatic victory, a testimony to King Mohammed's visionary leadership. UMC Liberia Slam's representative Anthony Williams describes comments against the church as false and irresponsible. So the CSA boss is all over the place grabbing doctorate degree. Not bad at all, it's good. But Liberia is always the victim of all these degrees, PhDs. Not a single one of them has written a single paper for their country to change the landscape, to give their country a different metaphysics like you see in other countries. Doctors, they write papers, books, and it's used in the culture, in their schools, and every other place. Unlike Liberia, the boss, they're just excited to hear people calling them doctor, doc, but they don't. Liberia don't have a single full paper, least to say a book. They just brag all over the place. Doctor. They get doctor degree. Doctor. It may not be but I think it is a prerequisite. It may not be a prerequisite by law, but it is a prerequisite by academia standard, reaching at that level, because it's all about research. PhD, it's all about research. So it puts you in the position to write on different things. You see in Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Ghana, those people, the doctors, they are writing, they change the entire metaphysics of their country. So their country rely heavily on their own writers, less on foreign writers. But yeah, we rely 99% foreigners. We buy foreigner books from everywhere. You don't see Liberian books on the market. So what is essence of PhD? Just a brag boast. I see you. That's all the time. Join us tomorrow for another presentation. I'm Sam Andrews.